Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Brian, Tommy. Behind us is a truck we've been kind of giving you guys a little sneak peek on the Instagrams, and today we're actually going to show you around this rig.
Yeah, absolutely. So this is a 2020 Peterbilt 389 extended hood, 310-inch wheelbase,
Yep.
right? 310 wheelbase, 565 Cummins, 18 speed, and a whole lot of not factory stuff on it. This truck is basically, more or less, it's custom from top to bottom, other than the fact that it's still got the same frame rails and engine and transmission. Outside of that, this thing's got a custom paint job on it. They did a lot of stuff to the interior. We're going to kind of highlight a few things and then show you a few secrets. So follow along with us and check this thing out.
All right, let's do it. Little disclaimer here. We did not build this truck, but they did buy this truck from us at Fitzgerald Peterbilt. We did a bunch of work speccing this thing out. Davis Brothers actually built this truck, and it is immaculate top to bottom. You guys are really going to enjoy this. What's up, guys?
Hey. All right, so I've got Troy Huddleston here with me. Troy actually drives the RoadWorks truck to and from the truck shows. Very, very cool. So Troy, you get to spend more time with this truck than anybody else. So tell me about it.
I spent a lot of time with it already. Straight from ordering the truck from y'all, it was a great experience as far as that goes. Got the specs, got everything that we were looking for. It's some were a little tough, but we got them pulled through and got it. No, it's been a process since November. You know, we got it in November and started working on it, and they got it finished in February, like the first week in February, when we had to have it done for a photo shoot. Gutted everything, tore it completely apart, repainted the frame, repainted the cab, repainted everything on it. A lot of hours went into building this truck. I mean, it took them a long time, and I was there with them about every day. They let me do hands-on too. So
yeah, that's pretty cool. And guys, like I said, the Davis Brothers are the ones that built this, and just about every single thing on this truck came from RoadWorks, right?
Nearly all the parts that are on it are ours. Yes, absolutely. RoadWorks makes all the stainless parts you could imagine for any Peterbilt or other brands, Kenworth, Freightliner. We make them all. Yep.
All right, so you want to walk us around? Let's just start at the very front of the truck here.
Up here in the front, we got our billet grill. That's one that we don't do a whole lot of, and give it the blacked out look. I wanted the front of the truck to be black, and from a distance, all you can see is the edge of the stainless, but it's 100% stainless grill. 20 to 18 taper bumper. It's complete custom. It's got almost every option that we do. Lights underneath, sunken license plate.
Something else, guys, is really cool on this bumper. If you look back behind it, they've got a stainless piece in there with your round lights. Pretty neat little addition.
I like a lot of lights.
How many lights are on this truck?
Truck and trailer together, 720.
720
that's
lights.
Only on the outside.
Wow.
720 lights. Now, do you got to run a generator going down the road when you got all your lights on, or is the batteries able to keep up?
No, the batteries keep up, but we have 8 batteries. little more than normal, but there's 8 deep cycle batteries in the truck. So
Thank God for LED technology, though, right?
yeah, oh yeah. You couldn't do it with the incandescents. You wouldn't be able to do that. You'd have to have 30 circuits,
Right.
or more probably back in the day.
Well, tell me some more about it.
Our Fender Strut covers, we put those on. It kind of gives it a little more of a shine. You know, the factory ones look pretty good, but these just kind of dress it up a little bit. Plus, it matches the 45 on the bumper. It just kind of ties everything together. Okay, from there we got our top of the hood trim. It covers up the factory body line down the center of the hood, all shiny stainless. Hood pockets for the hood pulls.
Yeah, it's down in here.
That handles.
Pretty nice, because I mean now you don't really want to grab on this guy. You probably could. It feels pretty.
It's pretty solid, but it's not made for that. So
Yep.
yeah, it's definitely a good idea to have those hood pulls on there. And they don't stick up and they're not unsightly. That's the good thing about them.
Yeah, I actually honestly didn't even notice them until you brought them up.
And our air breather light panels, our drop sun visor, it's a, it's a custom because I wanted it to have 30 lights in it, 15 on each side. And I also made a panel for the back to hide the wiring, which is not normally what we do, but we did that because it's complete custom. We got our Darwin cab sleeper panels at one piece. We've been making those for a few years, but we're really starting to push them now. But they're one piece, and it's got the body line and the factory body line that comes off the hood. It goes all the way back to the back of the door. It looks a little. I think it looks more appropriate than some of the others that you might see. We got our chop air breather screens, and we can do those in any punch. I did Peterbilt oval,
And it's got lights inside here.
and we've got lights inside.
It's pretty cool.
That's another part of ours.
And we installed something similar to this in a few videos ago, right?
Ours wasn't as pretty as this. We did a few videos back on the silver truck. We put just the clear lollipops on there. Wasn't nearly as nice as that thing.
Those are our turn signal lights, and we have those in 3 different shapes. If this size is too big, we have a couple smaller ones that might fit your needs. Air tank straps, our battery boxes, 100% stainless. Just can't say enough about them. They're very, very nice, sturdy built boxes. Very nice.
And guys, these things are, I mean, the polish on this, I mean, it is mirror.
It's as mirror as you could get.
It really is. And the paintwork on this truck is phenomenal.
Davis Brothers knocked it out of the park. They just really did.
They really did an awesome job on the paint. You guys, you can go up here and touch this. You can't feel anything. It's a really nice paint job.
We got our chop tops, and they're custom where they line up with the bottom of the sun visor at the front, but then they go up so they don't block as much of your view.
I really like that because we've done trucks in the past, and if you do too big of a visor, yeah, it cuts a lot of your
You want
side.
that to line up. It just looks better if it matches up.
Yep.
And that was a touch that I wanted to do. And then
How big is the drop on this visor?
it's 11.
11.
Now, for those of you guys who don't know, the slammed look versus your typical drop visor. Your typical drop visor will actually kind of slant out away from the windshield. The slam look is when it's flush mounted to the windshield, so the gap is the same all the way across.
Yeah, it's our post mount visor.
And this is typically called a Darwin.
Yes, it is.
Those are my favorite visors. I like them the best.
And for this truck, I needed it to be straight. I didn't want to be tapered. We taper them, but either untie or whatever. But I wanted it to be straight because of all the lines being pretty much straight on the truck. I wanted to keep everything pretty much straight.
Yeah, keeping a similar thing.
Yes. 8-inch stacks. They're our new product this year. Chrome stainless bracket or clamps. The stacks are mild steel that are chrome. 8-inch all the way down. We have back here on the back not only our sleeper panels, but we have our shock box cover.
And we've done several trucks, guys, from these or shock box covers on some trucks, and they can cut just about anything you can dream of in there and make it light up. It's definitely a really cool feature to any truck, and you guys will be seeing more of those as the builds go on, because we enjoy putting that kind of stuff on trucks for sure.
And we bring these on out. It fills up this gap because a lot of them will stop back over here by the bag. We bring it all the way out and fill in that gap right there from your cab panel.
It cleans everything up. You don't have any broken holes, like your lines are all nice and clean.
And that's our flush mount deck plate. And I added our hood trim. I had it make it long enough to cover the whole deck plate basically. So it matches the top of the hood and matches the deck plate. And it's our stainless deck plate that goes all the way back. Yes, it's all painted, but it's 100% stainless, and it goes all the way to the rear bumper. Another thing is our under frame channels, and you can get those any size you want. You can custom order them, or we make them 4, 5, 6, whatever standards. But then you can put lights in them, no lights, whatever you want to do.
And these things, guys, will play some mind tricks with you, because as you can see, you're looking down, you're not seeing under the truck. That is reflection coming back.
What you ended up with is it's the back side of the box is mirrored, and this is mirrored. So by the time you look there and mirrored, and then you see the ground.
Yep.
Basically, it's a lot of extra cleaning because you can see all that.
yeah. When you get to where you're
one thing
going,
about it, you gotta clean all that now.
Yeah, this definitely ain't factory paint, right? So
No, Davis Brothers repainted the frame.
Yeah, so we've been talking to you guys about this in videos in the past. We plan to sand down the frames and put another coat of paint on them, because then you just get this smooth, glossy look. And
you can see it. I mean, the paint looks wet. It's
and if you got the deck plate painted and you don't paint this, then those aren't going to match. So you almost need to, regardless. I mean, even if you're not going to put a painted deck plate on, you should still probably paint that frame. It's just going to last longer.
And it makes it a lot easier to clean. I mean, because you can wax it, and then you get to where you're going.
Absolutely.
You can kind of hose this thing off, and it comes clean a lot better than the factory paint would.
Yep. And our boxes, these are 60-inch storage boxes. Very nice. I get all kinds of comments on them all the time. They've turned out, they're really heavy. You can put jacks, you can put anything you want in there. They're heavy duty. They're not a lightweight box. They'll carry the weight. And they're real handy. There's 2 T-handles, twist them and lift, and it opens the whole end up.
It's got struts that hold the lid up?
No, you have to hold it up. It doesn't actually have struts inside of it.
Gotcha.
But as far as that goes, and we can do on this is our standard punch, but we can do different punch patterns. If a guy wants a different look or a different style, all of our boxes can be custom made to whatever you want, really. And we can cut out a different punch or whatever you want, or no punch. If you want them smooth, we can make them smooth.
And what he's talking about on the punch is how the holes are in this thing, and you'll see these are kind of raised up and then these are flat. But the possibilities of what you would do with this is endless. Kind of the same thing over here when he was talking about this is punched out with like the stock style Peterbilt ovals. But you can put logos in here. You can make this square, diamonds, whatever you want. They can make your dreams come true, whatever you can think of.
Kenworth emblems, we can do we can do a star, we can do pretty much any punch you can come up with. We just about have them all. We've done a bunch of them over the years. Been in business for 26 years. I've done a lot.
As you guys can see, there's quite a bit going on in this catalog. I've been carrying this around. This is the RoadWorks Peterbilt catalog. Basically, here's the truck on the front, really cool. Basically anything you could ever want, page by page. If you guys want one of these catalogs, reach out to us. We know how to get a hold of these things. We'll send one your way.
And they cover all the models.
Yeah.
And all the Peterbilt models in the one book.
There's a ton of stuff, and if you're a Peterbilt fanatic like we are, this is a nice book to look through.
Yeah, I mean, even if you're not building a custom truck and you're just curious what the options are, these books are pretty fun to look through. And on top of that,
how do you get one, Troy?
Well, you can either contact RoadWorksManufacturing.com, call them up, and they'll mail you one free, or if you want, get online and order one free, or go to almost any of our chrome shops. you know, you guys and other chrome shops across the country that sell our products, they have access to our catalogs also. So.
Okay.
Also a phone number on the back there.
Yep, there you go.
You call that phone number right there.
They can send you one in the mail.
There you go.
They'll send you a magazine or a
Absolutely.
catalog.
And then back here, our hub covers,
We put these on several trucks.
a little different than the norm. The other part about these are you can put any punch pattern you want in those two. You just pick and choose. We've got some with flames. We can do, you know, there's probably 100 different designs you could decide on what the punch pattern would be. It does need to have some holes in it for ventilation so your hubs don't get too hot. I think that's a good idea.
But that's one cool thing, guys. You're building a truck and you want the theme to carry through all the way. You can have these guys cut out the same pattern, and it can carry from the front of the truck up here all the way to your wheel covers.
All the way back. And then back here, our rear center panel. That's a custom, which I wanted it a certain size because to fill the gap in between the rear fenders. Did not want a T-bar. I just wanted a center, but I wanted it bigger than a standard center. Plus, we've got it hooked up where we can get our airlines in now. Makes it pretty handy.
Guys, this is pretty neat too. You can see kind of how that goes in there. It's almost like a recessed license plate box.
And it's got lights on the back, it's got lights on the bottom, and lights on the front. It's got lights everywhere.
I mean, going on the road at night, you couldn't miss this thing on the road.
It's a glow show. It really is.
All right, so speaking of glow show, went through all the outside. Whenever I open the door on this thing, I was a little bit shocked. So, can you show our viewers what the inside of this truck looks like?
Yeah, let's go check out the interior. This thing's got a pretty wild stereo in it. And I can't imagine the amount of hours that were probably put into this thing. All right, Troy, the inside of this truck is freaking amazing.
It's over the top, really. It's something kind of crazy.
The stereo looks huge. The painted door panels on this dude.
Clear down to the door jams, all
Follows
striped and
straight
everything.
through. Yeah.
Everything's right. I mean,
Guys, this thing's got a floor in it that's painted the same as the truck. Check this out.
looks
And it's the
exactly
same deal. You
like
can't
the
feel
hood.
the stripes. I mean, it's just as smooth as it can be. It's pretty cool looking.
Exactly like the side of the hood.
Tell me a little bit more. So,
Well,
what's going on inside here? I know that it's got obviously a real big stereo.
yeah, we've got a 7,200 watt stereo system, Kenwood head unit, got all JL speakers, sound digital amplifiers. It rocks. It absolutely will blow your socks off.
What kind of horsepower is that stereo got?
Yeah, it's got more than the Cummins has, I think.
These are 7,000?
7,200 watts.
7,200 watt stereo.
Unbelievable. And
Oh, that's crazy. And
I've
up
got-
here's pretty cool.
it's got our stainless overhead console. It's got our stainless ceiling insert. It's got our speaker covers. That's all stuff that we make at RoadWorks. The dash panels were painted to match the outside of the truck. Custom door panels on the front doors and the rear doors. A little bit of hand pin striping on it.
The pinstriping is definitely a neat little added
Just a
touch
little
to it
touch,
for sure.
yeah.
And if you look back here, guys, there's 4, what are those, 12-inch subwoofers?
Yeah, 4 W7 12-inch JL speakers, subs.
That's wild.
Yeah.
I mean, I bet when you crank this thing up, you probably hear it a half a mile away.
Yeah. You hear the stereo before you hear the truck. It's so quiet.
That's really cool.
Absolutely right.
It's kind of got a little bench you can sit on back here too.
Took the bed out. Essentially, took the bed out, put the speaker box and that whole setup in there.
Yep.
And then we had a little room left, so we decided to put a bench in case we go on a parade or something where I can have a couple people ride back there during the parade or something. It's not real comfortable for travel, but I mean, as far as a parade or something, be fine. Little stainless panels here, little trims. Got our voltmeter here, so we can keep track of our batteries while we're playing stereo.
And you've got 8 batteries, so you can probably
Yeah,
play
there's
it for a little while.
8 deep cycle batteries. I can play it. I can have all the lights on, play the stereo, pretty much nonstop for 2 days, and never have to charge it. It's
That's cool.
Wow.
crazy.
That's pretty cool.
And
Well, let's get in. I want to hear this radio.
do it. That's crazy, dude.
Man, that thing gets down.
I'm telling you, it's insane. It really is.
I mean, that is awesome.
It literally will hurt you if you leave it up with the windows up.
I mean, guys, y'all saw it. The coffee comes bouncing around in here.
Absolutely crazy.
The windshield wipers are bouncing off the windows. Is my hair messed up? I think it messed my hair up. Like, this thing's wild. I like it.
Too bad you don't have that long hair, so it'd be
going this way.
It'd be blowing it, yeah.
Oh man, that's cool. I'd have the hardest time going on the road. I'd get out, I'd be deaf.
Yeah. Well, it's fun when you pull up to a stoplight and there's cars sitting beside you on both sides, and you think, okay, and you crank it up, and they're like, "Where's that?
Look around.
Where's that sound coming from?" You know, they can feel it, not just hear it. They can feel it in their car.
And they have no idea. Yeah, you would not think it was coming from a semi truck at all.
No matter how custom it is, they don't think about a stereo system yet.
I'm sure that the phone recorded this does no justice to it, but I'm telling you, this stereo is amazing.
Absolutely.
Well, thanks for bringing this thing down. We've really enjoyed getting to check it out. I enjoyed helping you wash it last night. And
thank you for that, for sure. I appreciate it. It's always a big job, but I'm glad you was here to help, for sure.
You know what's funny is while you guys were playing that, like all the water has shaken off the bars.
Is there a new puddle of water down there?
There's water down on the ground. There's water back behind the tanks. You guys,
blew the water out of the door jams.
I never really thought of that as like a way to dry the truck off, but I guess if you crank the stereo loud enough, all the water just beads off.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
Well, I'm going to get a camera and get in here and actually start kind of filming this and showing you guys more about the inside of this. You can't do a lot of justice with the way we got it set up right now, but check it out.
Guys, we've walked around this truck several times. We've been around it 4 or 5 times. We did the walk around videos. I'm sure a lot of you guys out there are asking the obvious question because it's well hidden. Where is the Diff Tank? Now, it's really super cool the way they did this truck. Troy, show me where the Diff Tank is.
Yeah, well, I tell you what, I'll go ahead and show you, and I'll break the word. It's going to happen. There it is. So here it is.
That's the fuel tank. Oh, look at that.
There's your Diff Tank.
That's pretty cool. Guys, check that out. So the Diff Tank and the fuel tank is all one piece. It's seemingly hidden behind that fake tank strap.
That has got to be one of the coolest features I've ever seen on one of the new show trucks. Because, if you talk to any of the show truck guys, they're like, man, the one thing that is most unsightly about the new trucks is that it's got to have the actual plastic tank. A lot of people were saying, well, why couldn't you just do the aluminum? The actual DEF fluid can eat through the aluminum over time. That's why they can't put it in an aluminum tank. So you still have to have that like plastic, what is it, poly?
It's a poly tank.
Yeah, it's like a poly tank, and that's the only thing that can hold that diesel exhaust fluid. Yeah. So that's why people haven't been doing split tanks. But this right here is just an entirely new concept, super cool, and great idea. Like, it's one of those things. It's
every place I go, everybody asks me, hey, where's the Diff Tank on this thing? Well, okay, let me show you. I go show them, and they're,
And they've been doing these for a little while now. For a few years, guys have been doing this. But widely, most people don't know about it. And, well, now you guys learned a little something new.
Crazy part is like, once you actually do see it, it's kind of like sliced bread. It's like, man, why didn't I think of that?
Should have thought of that.
Dadgummit.
Right on.
Well, I think there's only one thing left to do, Tommy. I think we should see if Troy wants to give you a ride in this thing and see what it's like going on the road.
Let's do it.
right, I'll get in. All right, guys. Well, there it is. Troy, thanks for taking us around and showing us this truck. This thing's awesome.
Thanks for the hospitality. Appreciate it. Yeah, had a good time.
I mean, look, we already got people checking it out right now.
Yeah. We had a little bit of that on the way over here.
Yeah,
too.
a lot of people giving us a thumbs up. It was really fun riding in that thing. That was honestly probably the coolest thing I've done this year.
Pretty
Awesome,
cool.
awesome.
Cool. Yeah.
Guys, remember what you know what to do. Like, subscribe. Oh, one more thing. We got stuff we're giving away. What are we giving away, Tommy?
We got
Free
free
stuff.
hats, free frisbees, free koozies. If you guys want one of these things, you know what you got to do. You got to like, subscribe, leave a comment in the comments section down there somewhere. Go over to our Instagram page at Semi Casual Show. Troy hooked us up. 2 lucky winners are going to get a hat, koozie, frisbee combo in the mail. So, comment in the show. Thanks for following along. We'll see you guys next time.
We really like giving away free stuff.
We have a lot of free stuff.
Go do it. Leave a comment.
Don't forget, you want to do this right now.
Subscribe to the channel. Subscribe to the channel.
Gotta
Do it.
subscribe.
You're going to get free stuff. Look at the free stuff.